Hi guys, in this tutorial I'm going to teach you how you can set up a spreadsheet in Airtable. So all you have to do is to go to your workspace and press this create button on the bottom left and then press start from scratch. What it will do is it will create a new board for you, and in this board you will be able to create a spreadsheet. Now you can name the board. I'm going to name it just spreadsheet, but you can name it anything you like. So as guys all know that in a spreadsheet we have a lot of columns and then we have a lot of rows. So in a spreadsheet you get thousands of rows and a lot of columns by default, but as you can see here in Airtable it only gives us 4 columns and 4 rows by default, so it doesn't exactly look like a spreadsheet. But if we want to make it look like a spreadsheet, all we have to do is to add more columns and more rows. So let's say that in a spreadsheet you're managing your clients' names, their nodes, their assignee, their status, their email, and their phone number and their address. So what we're missing in Airtable is one, we're missing the email, and the second is that we're missing their phone number and their address columns. So in order to add these columns, press add field button, and if you want to add their email, scroll down, select email, name it email because you want to store their email, press create field, and the email field is now created. So it has created a new column and a bunch of new rows. Now if you also want to get their number or the contact number, whatever you can name it, and then scroll down and select phone number and then press create field. And we also want to get their address, so I'm gonna name it address, then scroll down, and this is gonna be long text. Select long text and then press create field. So now let's suppose that in a spreadsheet you want to manage your client, and you want to achieve the same thing in Airtable. You want to basically replicate that spreadsheet. One way is to import data, but pressing this import button you can import literally a spreadsheet or an Excel sheet. But if let's say we want to create a spreadsheet, then this is the way to create it. You add all the columns you need, like I needed email column, number column, address column. I added those columns, and if I have 50 clients, so there are only 4 rows, I can only add 4 clients here, like client 1, client 2, client 3, and client 4. But what if I have to add 50 clients? So in order to do that I would have to create new rows by pressing this button, and each time I press this button it's gonna create a new row. So right now on the bottom it tells us that we have 10 records, but we can add more records by either pressing this button or by pressing this add button. So you can do that as long as you want to do it, and it will keep adding new rows. So this is how you add new rows. And in order to add a new column, let's say you want to add their street address, you simply just enter the name and then select from here whatever you want to add. So this is how you add different fields and you add different rows, and now you can see that it started looking like a spreadsheet. In a spreadsheet you've got a bunch of columns, you've got a lot of rows, and this now looks like a spreadsheet. So this is how you create a spreadsheet in Airtable. I hope this tutorial was helpful. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks.